Just like intercourse.
Hello, friends. Hey, what's up?
Hi everyone, ow. I know I'm a wee bit late, but sometimes you just need to play a little guitar, and so I did. Dad! Hi everybody. How are you doing today, Beam? Thank you so much for the host, sticking your viewers in here. No sloppy seconds for you. You were first. Simon, hello. Bear, what is up? I'm tired. Should I work more? Force myself to work out anyway? Yes. I went for such a long walk yesterday. And it was really nice. I mean, when I say walk, I don't stroll. I'm a power walker. I walk real fucking fast. Long strides for my tiny little body. And all I took were my keys. I was wearing shorts and I have a carabiner, so I just like clipped them, stuck my keys in my pocket. I had my Walkman, or my Discman, sorry. And I was listening to Young Modern. Oh god, that album is so good. If you're curious as to what that album is, I posted it in the Discord yesterday when I got home. I was like, god, it's just so good. It is just so good. Anyway, so I listened to it almost twice through. That's how long my walk was. Yeah, I was just like singing real loud when there weren't that many people around and walking, and the sun was there sometimes, but I was in the shade for a lot of it, and it was really nice. And I was like way too out of breath, but whatever. Talk to me about it later. Okay. Now you got me curious. But yeah, definitely don't, like, overheat yourself for the sake of any of that shit. I'm in a weird mood today. I'm sure it'll go away once I'm, like, steeped in the game and, you know, been talking to you guys, but, like, I'm in a mood. Part of why I was playing guitar and a little bit of why I'm late. I wasn't going to be late. I was going to be on time. It was going to be magical. I woke up, at about 8, my alarm doesn't go off till 8:30. I was like, well, I'll get up and take a shower, because normally I shower after stream or after I've gone for a walk and I'm all sweaty and gross. But I was like, ooh, I've got time. I'll take a shower, so I got to take a nice shower, do my moisturizing. My skin is still... Right, stream puppy. I was like, why am I holding my phone? That's why. My skin is still just like exploding with blemishes, so that's doesn't make me feel too good. It makes me feel like my skin hates me. Yeah, I'm a little... I say I'm in a mood, and it's a little bit of a weird mood, but like the underlying I'm a little pissed. I'm a little bit pissed off. But, like, I'm laughing about it? And does that make any sense? Like, I'm a little mad, but I'm laughing about it. I tried to look up certain songs from Young Modern to play on guitar this morning. First of all, there are almost none of the songs from that album. You're bad! Thank you so much for being a patron of the hype for 2 months in a row. I hope you enjoyed your parade, and here's your royal salute! Sorry, I'm just bookmarking, because I ended up playing, I wanted to see what songs they had the chords for from Lauren O'Connell and My Terrible Friend, and the only one that I ended up playing When I Decide, which is my very first song that I knew from my terrible friend. And it's so good. It was fairly easy to play. Anyway. So that's how I'm doing right now. I know that'll go away. So I'm not too worried about it. How are you guys doing? What is up? What's new? What are you guys up to? Because I know a lot of you are not in the past like I am. That's my joke because I'm in Pacific time now. The other downside of not, of trying to squeeze in some guitar was that I didn't eat my breakfast while the music was going. I was singing, so now I have to eat on stream, which you know I don't like doing, but it's either that or I don't eat. Yes, that's true, Simon. You are only 1 hour in the future. I think most people are... I can't think of many people who are on Pacific. I'm feeling great, but you've inspired me to go make some toast and try to eat. Yes. That usually makes me feel better. If I feel nauseous, I know it's like counterintuitive, but sometimes it's because I haven't eaten. So yeah, at least attempt to eat. I've also got a giant mug of tea. Do-do-do. Ow. And I'm excited to be getting back into Tyranny today. You know, we've got spires and things to go click upon, rubbies to make. Cute friend, is it you? Are you the cute friend? Are you talking about yourself? How are you doing, darling? As me, I look very white today. I'm gonna have to get, like, something. Maybe I can just, like, tape an index card right here, just so that it bounces the light away from my face a little bit. Like, I don't want to not be able to see out the window. But see how less pale I am when I just put my hand up? Like, my hand is white as fuck. It's like a... That's like a sheet of paper kind of white, my palm. But then you look at my face and you're like, oh, normal color. Normal color for Electa. I mean, I still look a little bit pale, but... I was just talking about getting back from my walk, but that was yesterday. I was also sweaty and gross because it was 84 degrees out. And a decent amount of it was an incline. I was like, alright, we've got that blood pumping. How's baby Wiggum? And his handsome little face. Oh, look, it's our leaf blower friends. It's the roof people with their very tall, snail-like eye stalks. Oh, silly Wiggum. Garages are not for kitties. When I worked at a credit union service center, we had a drive-through window. And there was someone in the drive-through, and I'm standing there watching them, you know, pull up and whatever. Waiting for them to put the slip in the tube, and then the tube comes to me, and then I can help them. And... like, the woman gets out of the car, she's, like, looking around her car. She's, like, looking under the car. I thought maybe she dropped something. So I'm watching this. She opens up the hood of her car, and there's a cat in the hood of her car. She like, and then I got on the microphone and like we talked about it. It turns out that her cat had like snuck in there. Yeah, and the cat was trying to be warm. And she was like, I heard meowing. So luckily she had her daughter with her as well in the back seat. So she like handed the cat to her daughter and was like, hold the cat. But yeah, she like drove with the cat in the hood of her car. Yeah, obviously not her fault. Like she didn't know that the cat was in there. He was fine. I think he was just a little freaked out. I mean, wouldn't you? You're like in a nice, warm, cozy spot and then suddenly it's like very loud. It's very loud and it's moving and there's noises. Hey Red Dagger, how's it going? As soon as I'm done with my food, we'll boot up the game. I am, like, exceedingly hungry this morning. Which I think is good. Oh. I gotta go grocery shopping today. Ooh! I wanted to show you guys. So remember I showed you yesterday that, like, orange, or the yellow ball with the eyes on it? And I was like, it's Pikachu. Well, it's still a Pikachu. He's a cheekless Pikachu because I realized that I don't have any red yarn. Ow. Biting myself. When I placed my order from Nitpicks, I didn't buy any red yarn. And I don't know what kind of crazy person has an oversight like that. So I either have to pay the extra shipping to get the yarn. I think what I'm gonna do after stream is take a walk to, there's a yarn store that I passed when I was out the other day. I'm gonna see if they have any yarn that feels similar to this, and maybe I'll get a ball of red yarn from there, if it's cheaper. And there's also a craft store nearby as well, and I want to see if they have felt, because that was what the pattern said, to just cut out circles of felt and glue it on anyway. So I'll just see what my cheapest option is. But yeah, I don't want to pay $4 shipping for a $2 ball of yarn. So, for now, he has no cheeks, but I thought I could finish him yesterday. I think the rest of him looks good. His face looks a little bald. Like when you meet someone and they have a beard and they shave it and you're like, your face is bald. Just use my hair? It's orange! It's not the right color. Alright. Beam, if I was going close enough, I would use I have dark pink, or I have, when I made Amero's Fox. It's called Paprika. Alright, again, I'm sorry for eating on stream. I know most of you don't care, but I care. I hate it. Yeah, I thought about it. I thought about using something else, and I was like, it just doesn't look right. I'm a perfectionist, and also, this was for St. Jude. This is a St. Jude reward. People could get a custom amigurumi. So I want to do a good job, because they were very generous. Donating to St. Jude, and like, this is the reward for that. And I don't want to give a shitty reward. A duty reward. Maybe next time I'll have a duty reward just for you, Beam. I'll be like, donate $100 and I will send you a duty. There's plenty out on the street. No, I'm not going to send you my own. I know someone was going to ask, is it your duty? Where are you getting the duty? I'm getting it from the street because I'm not a weirdo. I don't want it now. I knew you only wanted it because it was my turds. But listen, my gut is very healthy. It doesn't Make turds like that. Your poop should be the consistency of soft serve. In case you were ever wondering what healthy poop consistency is, that's the ideal consistency. Look it up. I'm not lying to you. I'm not just trying to be gross. Like, legit. Getting random duty from the street means you're not a weirdo. Yes. Exactly. You don't like anything fun, Bear.
Daddy wants a duty, so I'm gonna give him a duty.
The following thoughts in my head are so fucked up. Oh boy. Are they Cleveland steamy thoughts? Not exactly. But a similar vein of thought, yes. Okay. So, I think I've been in there. I needed to talk to Biotis Felix Evander Maris.
Hi.
And look through, like, just keep going around this level here. Because I'm trying to see all of Lethian's Crossing before we go try to get to other spires. I just lost 3 viewers, that's so funny. I love when I do something really, really strange, and then I look over and my viewer count's dropped. I get some, like, sort of perverse pleasure out of it. Kairos will smite me? He doesn't care if you're a degenerate as long as you're following his rules. Tea is good. Welcome, friend, the merchant cries out to you, his belt jingling with rings. He waves his arms about in a dramatic presentation of his wares. What brings you to my humble trading post? Have a certain something in mind or just browsing? Oh, I guess he's just a regular old merchant. All pleasure is perverse. I guess it depends on your point of view. So I guess technically that's correct. I love you too, Nicole. I love all of you guys. I know that I haven't really been me lately. Lately meaning like this entire year. Calendar year 2019 has... It's been a year. It's been however many months this is. Almost 8. I've been going through a lot, and I know a lot of you guys know that. But I was really embarrassed to, like, realize that it was coming through when I was with you. And it made me feel really bad. But at least I'm in enough of a place that I can come and be with you guys, and, you know, I'm still sad, and I'm not, like, trying to hide that I'm sad. Like, I miss Fred. I'm going to miss Fred. Like, this is an expected feeling. I mean, amongst other things, obviously I have more than just Fred going on, but, you know, I'm happy that it's not bleeding out of me in a way that's destructive to the stream and also to you guys. Because there were times that I snapped at you, and then I heard myself doing it, and I couldn't stop, and it felt really, really bad. I don't like not having control over myself. Control over other things, like, nobody has control over everything, but I would like to be able to control how I react to stuff, and I wasn't able to do that. And also I put a lot of pressure on myself to mostly be positive and entertaining. And I know that's not... I know that you guys love me, and if I'm not, you know, perfectly perky every day, that's okay. But I'm not okay with it, and that's something that I need to get over. And I just love you, and oh my god, my feelings are coming out. Poor Bear. I know, poor Bear. I torture Bear. You're sure who deserved what? That chat deserved me snapping at them? No. No, definitely not. I mean, sometimes you guys deserve to be smacked, but it's normally when you're, like, being Sparrowsons, and I hate it. Okay. Anyway. I don't know why all of that needed to be said, but it did, so there you go. I hate the added recovery time. Oh, it's heavy armor, that's why. If I could just get some light armor, that'd be real great. Anyway, I don't need to be shopping right now. What's the matter you? I'm glad you came along, Fatebinder. Now that you're here, we can settle this. Why do we need a Fatebinder for this? It's such a trivial matter. Trivial? We were almost killed. Tell me what's going on. Felix sent me and Maris to the old walls for materials. Now, I know the old walls are dangerous, but Felix said he had it on good authority that there was no danger. Oh, you know what I want to listen to right now, which I might actually just put on my phone real quick to satisfy my craving for it? I don't remember the name of the song, though. I think it's Philip Glass. It was on Battlestar Galactica. But I don't remember what the title is. Time for a short workout. You got this, Bear! Do it, do it, do it! Oh, apparently. I typed in Philip Glass. Apparently Philip Glass was also featured in Stranger Things. Metamorphosis 5. I knew it had a 5 in it. Ha! Good job, brain. Yeah, I'm just gonna... I want to see if this is the one. Of course you're gonna pop an ad to me. Felix was going to make an axe for each of us in return. I couldn't pass it up. A forge-bound axe costs a lot of rings, normally. Hey, forge-bound... Yes. Metamorphosis 5. This is exactly the one I wanted. God, I love this song so much. I knew this is what I needed. If you ever have the urge to listen to a specific song, listen to it. Because I didn't realize... like, the physical effect that this song has on me until I just put it on my phone just now. Yeah. Having an unrelated to everything crisis? Oh no. And also, hey Povo, what's up? Nicknaming a Pokemon combo of Narwhal and Otter. I like the first one better. I like the first one. It's too many lateral lines in a row. The second one. It's not my fault the most reliable, stable materials happen to be found near old walls. And besides, those axes you were getting in payment were exceptional compensation for the task. I'm just gonna ask them all. Okay. Best materials are found near old walls. Good material is hard to come by. There's no way I could do it all myself. I'd never get any forging done, and my master is very particular about meeting production quotas. Why am I still hungry? I literally just ate. It was a fair trade for their service. Plus, it's not like forging items using those materials is perfectly safe either. One error and you're a pile of ash on the floor. Have you sent anyone else there before? As one of the forge-bound, you're aware the old walls are off-limits to everyone? Question mark? I don't know if I want to get involved in this, because everyone else got mad at me before for not following Kairos' laws. Well, I never ordered anyone to go inside. They might have, but I have no way of knowing for sure, you see. They're off-limits? Yes, of course, Fatebinder, and there's surely... But surely there's some room for flexibility in that law. After all, I'm sure that Kairos would want us to produce only the best arms and armor for his armies. See, like me, I don't want to get them in trouble for this. No, I'm not a big toast person. Oh, and Povo, remind me to look at the sketch when I'm out of the dialogue. I'm not one of the disfavored, so I know getting my hands on genuine forge-bound items is damn hard. Naturally, I jumped at the chance to do the job for Felix. I mean, it was just gathering materials. I didn't expect to find Bane all over the damn place. Luckily, I've dealt with Bane before and was able to fight my way out. Bane is a character in Dota, so this capitalization of the word Bane is very confusing to me. Where is he? I'm trying to find him on my... Oh, there he is. I forgot where my camera was. There he is. He's a weird-looking purple guy with no eyeballs. And he floats. And he's got, like, little creepy grabby hands. And his ult is Fiend's Grip. And he holds you in place and just, like, these hands come out of the ground and grab your life out of you. Sucking down energy drinks. Beam! Naughty. I managed to rescue Maris while I was retreating. Did you go inside? He hesitates noticeably before answering. Yes, only for a moment to look around, then right back out. Couldn't have been more than a minute. You've done this sort of job for Felix before? Yes, I've done similar jobs. This was the first one that's taken me anywhere near the old walls, though. I figured Felix knew what he was about, though, or had gotten the go-ahead from his master. How did you get involved in this? I've known Felix since before the conquest, and when he told me about the job, I agreed to do it, no questions asked. That track has a delightful little hiss on it. Oh, you're thinking that, Bane. Jeez, I'm criminy. Been a crazy week. Yeah, but, like, also have food. JP! What's up? Cut down on energy drinks? That's great. I have, like, 1 or 2 a year. You'll eat later? No! That's like when people say, I'll sleep when I'm dead. You're like, I'll eat when I'm dead. Beam. Eat food. It's nothing I hadn't done for him before. While I was out gathering materials, I was ambushed by scourges. If Evander hadn't come along when he did, I'd have died. Were you ever in danger on any previous jobs for Felix? Not really. A few wild animal encounters, but nothing like this. Are you aware that inside of old walls are off limits? Sort of, but I wasn't planning to go inside, just near enough to get materials. Smart. I'll eat when I'm undead? Who will you eat when you're undead? Wink wonk. We'll go along with your judgment no matter what you choose. See, I feel like this is what my party wants me to pick, but like, I will never be upset with someone who is enterprising. Hey, MZ, how's it going? A gentleman doesn't tell. Oh, see, I'd be sucking on all them young ladies. 'Cause I'm a vampire. I would be a vampire. Actually, if you were going to come back as an undead, what kind of undead do you think you would be? Would you be a vampire? Would you be a ghost? A poltergeist? A zombie? I just kind of like vampires. I like vampires, but I think I might just be a spooky ghost boy. I mean, especially with how often I talk about spooky ghost boys. The Lich King. I would totally be a lich. Mana calls me Lich Fingers. Although I haven't been too cold, because there's no AC, so there's no, like, air vent blowing cold air at me. That's been really nice, actually. Sometimes it gets a little hot in here, but usually just I put the fan on and I'm fine. We had one this year. It was Tuesday after Hell Week. Weekend at work. The weekend you were here. I was running on 9 hours of sleep total since Saturday night. No, God. Going good, going good. How's things? We're good. We're just talking about being undead things. You'd probably be a spooky ghost boy. You would be Arthas. Arthas? Everyone's like, oh, what a tragic character. But, like, he turned rotten real quick. You don't know. You can't be Arthas. Arthas already exists. And his name is Tim. Anyway, that was here's a fitness joke. Stripped of your status, Felix was simply trying to further his craft. No one died. Old walls are forbidden for a reason. Sentenced to menial labor with the forge bound for 3 span. I don't know what span is. You're to forge an additional item of their choice on top of what you already promised. I don't see the need to... I also don't know what Scourge are. Arthas' story is way more fucked up. No, someone, I forget who it was playing through the campaign, and I was paying attention to the story. I think it was Sean. I was paying attention to the story, and, like, there was a part that I had missed or something, so, like, I had someone tell me the whole thing, and I was like, wait, to clarify. And I forget now, but I was like, to clarify, this happened, and then suddenly, like, he was all stabbity stab, and he was like, yeah. I'm not saying that Arthas never suffered hardships. I'm saying that he stopped being a good guy real fast. And I was like, he's not, like... I just felt like the character wasn't as... didn't have as much depth and wasn't as nuanced. Or, like, the change in him was, like, so fast. I don't know. I mean, this is me as a modern gamer experiencing it for the first time. But yeah, I might be a lich. If I were an undead. I think I would want to be a vampire or a spooky ghost boy. But, like, if you didn't have a choice, you just, like, came back as a thing, I probably would be a lich because I'm cold all the time. I'm cold all the time. Hoobity bop beep boop bop beep ba. I feel like my companions will be mad at me if I don't punish them, though. Also, like, if you're... He didn't tell you to go into Old Wall. Mara said that she was just outside. She didn't go in. I don't really like any of these options. I'm just gonna pick this one. Gained favor with Tunon. My master will have me forging nothing but ingots. What a waste of my skill. The fate binder could have had us executed. I'll take some hard labor over death any day. I don't see why we're getting punished along with Felix. I'm not going to cross you on this, Fate. But I'm not going to cross you on this. Because you went inside. He didn't tell you to go inside. Loyalty with verse. See, that's what I wanted. I wish we could go for something more severe than menial labor, but I'm guessing these sensitive artist types wouldn't survive their first day. Close enough. I wanted to gain with her, though. Because I lost her little, like, arrow thingy. Man. Now I'm no longer distracted. Hi, hello. Did you would be a vampire? Ooh, there's a little cubby under the bed. I'm not going to take any of their stuff. I just like to look at what stuff is available. Fatiguing toxin. Hi. A bright-faced woman greets you as you approach. Welcome to Lethian's Crossing, Wanderer. My name is Phaedra, and this is my beautiful wife, Dea. She indicates the stone-faced blonde woman standing next to her, who holds up her hand in a quick greeting. What brings you to town? Is there anything I can help you with? Yeah, nothing. Okay, bye. You're cute, though. She's so cheery. Be a vampire because you suck. Oh, God. Like to showing us a rat dog girl has sex. Hey, rat dog girl is an alive thing. She's not undead. She just has... she just has a rat dog mouth. Don't get mad just because, you know, her mouth is all gaping. And she's a beautiful singer. Anyway, where's my map? Map! We are going to Cacophony. Hello? I guess we need to be along the edge. Fine. So I check my journal. I've got Seats of Power. I want to do the spires before I do the other stuff, but I need to go to Cacophony so I can unlock the, so that I can unlock the spires.
Can't do that. Can't do that.
Can't do that.
Might we not simply break it?
I'm just trying to find the edge of the map.
Can't
so
do
that I
that.
can get the ding holes out of here.
Sorry, I can't.
Beam, you'll enjoy this. This morning I said, I'm party nuts out loud to myself. Yes, I was alone. Just, I'm party nuts. I'm not... Oh, yes, thank you for reminding me. I knew I'd forget. Aren't excessively long, but it's a good start. Nice. I like the hose. The addition of the hose. Yas. That's great. Thank you for drawing that. Fantastic. Hey, Wormy, how's it going? Companions are all so negative, how they can't do stuff all the time. I know. What can you do? Hey, Snow Owl, how are you doing? How's everybody? Everybody to the limit. Oh, I never talked to them. Whoops. Our gang is building quite the little connection of spires, aren't we? The Voices of Nerat was never one for keeping strongholds, but I can definitely see the appeal. For why? Because there's no point in standing still. The Voices prefers to keep his forces busy and on the move, with the only restful hours between dusk and dawn. Besides, fighters in motion are less likely to rise up and challenge authority. Safety in numbers, but once you get people hunkering down to discuss their problems, suddenly everyone has a reason to kill the closest gang boss.
What do you think of the Spires?
They're big, but make no mistake, a determined army could knock one down if they got enough shovels and picks together. Don't be so quick to assume that you're invincible. As to what they are, I try not to ask those sorts of questions.
What do you need?
Goodbye. And you had thoughts?
Second Spire has awoken to your presence. This is fascinating, and I admit enviable. If it turns out your connection to the Spires invites death and woe, my jealousy might wane a bit.
I'll do my best.
I've been mulling over that structure we found atop Vendrian's well. Would you be opposed to me studying the sculpture in closer detail?
No?
I'd perhaps work a spell or two near the structure. Simple cantrips of gravelight by which to read and inspect, but I will not poke or shove the thing in any way physical or mystical.
Yeah, go for it.
Thank you. Next time we have a good moonlit night, I'd best settle in and see what sort of magic perturbations I can sense from the sculpture.
Perturbations.
What is it you need?
We should discuss matters at hand.
I have a great deal of ambivalence regarding the Scarlet Chorus. Narada's worse than Kairos, yet many in the chorus were my countrymen. Most of them fighting because they will suffer worse indignities if they do not. So I must ask, what is your goal behind working with the Voices of Narat?
Neither of these things are accurate. I just find him really interesting. What game is this? This is Tyranny. You can always use your mouse and hover over the screen. You'll see the title of the stream, the game, viewer count, and all sorts of good stuff. You can also, in this specific chat, do ! Game. If you're on mobile, I think if you tap the screen once, it also shows you all that information. And the playtime is just for today, not for total time in the game. Unfortunately, the bot that I use does not track that. Yeah, I'm fine. I guess this is closest. Because if I work with the most powerful, then I'm more protected, I guess.
And that appeals to you?
No.
Well, you know this little club of miscreants better than I. If raw, unmitigated power gets you off, perhaps you and the Archon of Secrets were meant for each other.
You were meant for me, and your raw, unmitigated power is inside me, or something. That song went, away. Oh my god, I was watching Jolty yesterday. She was singing all sorts of songs. Made up songs as she was playing Overwatch. Oh god, I love her. She is just so cute. But yeah, none of those options were correct. So I want to know more about her, but I don't... I'm again having my stupid breathing issues, so... It's like basically any time I sit down on my computer, I'm like... and it's doo-doos. I want to go to the top of here. Because I want to see if there's an actual action that she'll do. What? What you want? What you want? What you want?
On it.
Aha. I thought that might be the case. Did you want to do a thing? Do a thing. You feel as if your reach has broadened. You can feel the push and pull of your influence growing throughout the tears. If you concentrate, it would appear you can begin the same trance that showed you glimpses of the previous spire.
Touch it.
Once more you touch the sculpture, and once more your mind is flooded with sensation, this time of your senses leaving your body and floating up, higher even than the mountain spire, until all of Taratus is beneath your feet. From high above you see the mystic currents moving about Taratus, billowing clouds of every color that churn about the realms. Even from this far-away vantage point, the cyclones and currents of magic fill you with dread and foreboding. I want to know about the dread and foreboding. As you near the mystic currents, you hear incoherent... Is that how you say that again? Incoherent voices, commands, proclamations. The stuff of edicts. I wonder... All across Taratus, the edicts of Kairos, some centuries old, still live on, their arcane signatures bright as the midday sun, seemingly stronger than the day they were proclaimed. As your senses float away from the arcane turbulence, you are struck by the fact that land untouched by edicts appears to be in the minority. Even lands long ago conquered by Kairos are still haunted by edicts, whether because they still linger from olden days of conquest, or if they were cast more recently to suppress rebellion. Your senses cannot glean. Step away. But touch it again, though. No. So is a choice, either go up or go down. I want to see which of these is Gravelight. I guess it was more just a... you know, like flavor text. Maybe if I talk to her? It's a stress thing, JP. I can breathe, obviously, otherwise I'd pass out. It just feels like I can't take a deep breath, even though that's not true. It just feels like... it feels like I'm constricted.
What is it you need?
Blah! Alright, let's move on. Okay, so... we've gone everywhere in here, talked to everyone. Literally the only place we can go right now is Cacophony. No, it's stress. Trust me. What do you think I've been going to all these doctors for? There's nothing physically wrong with me. And it's gotten better probably because I've been less stressed. Like, I was getting all clenchy in here, and I still get it, but not as... it's not every day. Nothing wrong with me either, but I don't go bragging about it. Well, maybe you should. There's a lot of dead things here. Welcome to Cacophony, Fatebinder. Nerot said to be expecting you. What can you tell me about Cacophony? It is the main stronghold of the Scarlet Chorus in the Tiers. All chorus groups have some of their people here. Horde, Scarlet Furies, Blood Chanters, Bloodhound, even the Beastmen. Make sure you stay away from Grandma's stink trail now. You don't want to upset Grandma's sticky stink trail. Thank you, Simon. Everybody's got their own section of camp. Better that way, it keeps the brawling to a minimum. You don't want to hear about Grandma's stink trail? Back in the day, Grandma's stink trail was very coveted by all the young people in camp. They would fight each other just for a little lick of the stink trail. Now listen here, young one. Grandma's stank trail is a beautiful thing, and just because Grandma's older now doesn't mean that her stank trail isn't as valuable as it was previous, okay? Everyone needs their stank trail tickled. Everyone needs a little stank trail here and there. There's no harm in a little Oh boy. Whew. I'm gonna make myself dizzy. Whew.
You just see
You
my
just
feet and
smell
be
my
like,
stink
I gotta
trail.
Just glug, glug, glug,
Glug,
glug.
glug, glug, glug. We've got a merchant here if you need to buy anything. There's also a quartermaster, but Nerat's gotta give him the say-so before you're allowed to get your hands on chorus goods. Where can I find the voices? Northeast corner of the camp, near the only real buildings left. If he's not on his throne, he's wandering too far from it. Or he's wandering not too far from it. Aw, Vex. Hi, Vexy. Sexy Vexy.
Ah, got it.
Ooh. I'll steal from the chorus. What was that? Blood-soaked mantle. Minus 15% recovery time while wounds exist. Most mage guilds eschew superstition. And most believe none of the tales that the clothing of a murdered man can augment one's performance in battle. The blood chanters, considered the exiles of the accepted magical norms, are less discriminating. So I need you to fall in battle to be able to use that, which is a little unfortunate. But yeah, that'd be fucking sick. Like, essentially giving somebody 0 recovery time. So I'll put it on Ebb. What's this? What's this? What's this? Oops. I didn't mean that. Wear your gloves, honey! Oh, I'm just misclicking everywhere. What was this? Oh, that's our rubby. Sorry. We were just, you know, looking at our rubby real quick here. Everybody likes a rubby. Hey, baby, you want to put your rubby on my stank trail? Can I interest you in some rubbies and some stank trails? Like the weirdest whorehouse ever. It's just Grandma Beastman and someone with a lot of charcoal. What you want? You want Grandma's stank trail or you want some rubbies? You want to do a rubby on my stank trail? We can do that. We got some paper, we got some charcoal. Alright, well. Beastmen pen. Beastwoman Mystic. I want to find Grandma Beastman. I'm like not even joking. If Grandma Beastman is in here, I totally will lose my shit. Splinter. Give me all your stuff. Fatebinder, a moment of your time, if you will. Overlord's blessings to you, Fatebinder. Regards, and so on and so forth. Beam, just slide into my slide into my DMs. I'll send Grandma Beastman over for for some steak trail rubbies. Mightn't there be something I can help you with for the right price? What were you up to during the war? Heard any rumors? Looking to shed a little blood, make a few rings? Story. What kind of price? The usual. I help you, you help me, such as... Say I were to give you information, and you're acting on that information, then benefited me in some such way or another. Would be a shallow price for a nice payout, if you get what I mean. War. Trying to stay alive. Okay, rumors. Nothing new, only the usual happenstances. What a crazy random happenstance. That is an obscure quote from Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog. You know what I need? I need to watch all of the things that make me sad and just like lean into it and just have like a day where I get super dehydrated because I cry a lot. Not that I haven't had one of those recently, but I just feel like I wasn't done yet. Nothing new. So-and-so killing so-and-so in their sleep, absorbing their gang. Leaders from throughout the tiers and entering you-know-whose tent and never stepping out again. Replay to the moon. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oof. I think I'd probably watch somebody else play over playing it again myself. But it's coming up on time, because, like, I played it myself, and, like, I wanted to watch Sean play it, but I was like, I cannot put myself through that experience again. I mean, hell, I have, Platypus and the origami rabbit in my shadow box over there, along with the little Everything's Alright piano. If you guys want to know about that, this is a spoiler-free video. You can do exclamation point to the moon. But yeah, I had to like... Man, I saw those things on the God, I just like weeping. That's a good one if I want to cry, but I'd probably watch somebody else play it. I don't know why. Maybe so that I could just take my time and just like cry a lot more. Like when I'm in charge of the game, I feel like I need to keep it moving. Yeah, by choice this time, Beam, exactly. Yeah, I did eventually. I was like, okay, I'm ready to experience the game again. And I watched Sean's playthrough of it. Oh, God, that game. That game. Oh, God. The voices doesn't even leave a body. How do you think he does that? No, on second thought, I surely don't want to know. What do you mean he doesn't leave a body? He licks his tongue over his teeth, scratches his cheek, and you did not hear so much as a whisper from me. But I heard some of his victims end up on spikes. We saw it. Sometimes, something shows up on the spikes nearest the voice's tent, sure. But whatever it is, you can't exactly call it a body anymore. Get me? Story behind your name? Well, I woke up with a sharp pain shooting up my backside one night, and Are you sure you want to hear this? Yes. I like hearing about things and backsides. I guess it was a piece of a chair. At least as long as my forearm. My mate, Abscess, had whittled it up for weeks to stab it in my spine. Only it didn't kill me, though. Just gave me this damn limp. He rubs the spot over his lower back toward the right side, wincing either from the pressure or the memory. I wouldn't say it was a shoddy weapon. It ended her good and dead when I stuck it in her throat. And make some rings. I've heard wind regarding a squad of disfavored that are giving the Bronze Brotherhood a go of it near Lethian's Crossing. Could be some rings in it for you. There's certainly some fingers to be had. You want me to bring back some disfavored fingers? Ooh! I would have never guessed that a dialogue option with a rando would unlock. An area on the map. I want every finger from every hand, preferably taken before you kill the poor muckers. Do it and I'll pay you 10 rings each. Don't ask me where I'm getting the rings, and I'll make it 15. Alright, fair enough. Also, for those of you who may be lurking but want to see, there's my spoiler-free To the Moon story. But if you don't want to see me cry, don't click on it. Because I definitely cry. I definitely cry in the video. Opportune offensive. That's just where we were. Alright, fine. On the subject of the spires. Jordana, my apologies after all these years with my lectures about the fittest goat being the first to get eaten. How can I expect honesty when I have fostered only paranoia? So let me speak plainly. I'm only asking for my own curiosity, and because I want to hear the answers from you. Lie to me or dodge the question if it pleases you, but I'm trying to help. Of course, someday soon, I'm sure Tunon or Blood and Mark will ask me or Kallio to mount a more proper investigation into your actions. Should that happen, it won't be with your best interest at heart, and lies will merely sign your death warrant. Oh, well, thanks for the blackmail. For the moment, I'm merely curious about the events surrounding the claiming of the spire, and hoping to hear it from you as a friend and peer. Share with me your experience, and I will share with you what knowledge I have. I don't know what I want to do. Thanks. I try. I try to be as sexy as Grandma's stank trail. That is my goal in life. Conan, what is best in life? To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and smell the stanky trail hairs from down to Grandma's happy place. Oh god, I don't know why that amuses me so much. Alright, like, I don't know anything about this person. I think we'll figure it out on our own. If Tunon wants to know, he'll figure it out himself. Dear Rogalis, you seem to think I've learned nothing from my time in court. Whatever I tell you will be used against me later. You'll have to settle for the written equivalent of a blank stare. That also kind of fits with me. But, like, I'm not going to get in trouble from not responding to him. Alright. Now, they wanted to talk to me about something. Oh yeah, that was just camping supplies. Worked out, showered, did breathing exercises, was scarred mentally by lockdown. I'm gonna give myself 15 minutes of rest. Sounds... Ow. Sounds lovely. Good job, Bear. Good jorb, good jorb. Alright, let's see what this dispute is all about. And then we'll just keep exploring Cacophony. And then I think the next thing that I'll want to do is, if there's any spires, go to the spires. Just what we need, a fate binder of the courts. Look, I understand my rank, but I can't just bite my tongue when Bossman Dirge thinks to get away with a crime of such proportions, without bribing me first. He grins maniacally, staring daggers at his gang boss even as he speaks to you. Frig you, Wrathrot. Dirge shakes his head, murder written in his sneer, as if he'd settle for a rent rump. A rent rump? What is a rent rump? Is it like a rent-a-rump? Are you... What's a rent-rump? Yeah, I'm thinking prostitute, but I've never heard rent-rump. Or... Stop! Or maybe it's a cooking class. You learn how to prepare a rump for consumption. Like a rump roast. Anyway, admit it. The price you want's my head, so you can stand atop our little crew. What crime? A capital one, Fate Binder, and I saw it with... Stop, Stream Puppy! Jeez, it's probably my connection to the internet. I'm not dropping any frames. Alright, let me know if anything gets funky on stream's end. I don't know why that's so loud. First Google result is gay porn, so... So maybe it's like a common phrase that I'm unaware of. Stream Puppy's probably just excited. I just need to pet Stream Puppy's head. Oh, let's pet your little puppy head. Or I'm just... It keeps losing connection and then getting reconnected. That's that noise.
Argle.
3 nights back, Bossman snuck into and out of the old walls, running Wisdom Rise. You shitface. Dirge barks at his subordinate. Think you can steal the throne when you're breathing around my blade in your chest? Or maybe it's your crafty forked tongue I should carve out first. Crosses his arms over his chest, simmering with indignation. But as he scowls, a hint of worry flickers over his furrowed brow. He licks his lips before entreating you to dismiss the complaint against him. Like I'd be dumb enough to risk my entrails scurrying about some fusty ruins. Think I don't know why they're forbidden? Scouring the old walls is just asking to incite Kairos' wrath. And I've got no death wish either from the Bane within, nor Kairos above, nor a fate binder of Tunon before me. What proof do you have? I'm gonna just wait for them to continue. Hey, Ganon. Dirge shifts his weight, waiting for you to speak for an uncomfortable stretch of silence until he self-consciously scratches a patch of dry skin from his scalp. She thinks you did it, Wrathrot taunts in a mock whisper, causing his gang boss to snap rigid with anger. Yeah? It's true I've got no proof to say I've done nothing wrong, but you've also got no proof to say I have, because nothing's happened aside from your ill-thought lies. So you're saying you didn't chase that sage right into old walls? That's what you're saying, right, boss? That you followed her but didn't go in? Wrathrot splits a vile grin, lips oozing wider with each accusation. He runs a tongue over his teeth, barely containing his violence and resentment. For a moment, you can see the whites of his eyes as he blinks away the shock, but it's quickly replaced with fury. You damn well know I didn't go in. He cocks his head to you, his face flushed red as he explains. The thing is, I was saying Wraithrot. Rathrot. The thing is, me and Wrath had been chasing a sage clear from Lethians. I guess she figured she wasn't going to slip us, so she made a beeline for this breach in the old walls. I know the law, so I wasn't about to follow her in. He wets his lips before continuing. But I'd also be loath to let an enemy... Hey, there we go. Shit. But I'd also be loath to let an enemy of the Overlord slither free. So I cornered her before she could make it past the breach. This asshole here is the one who slit her damn throat as I held her down. Now he's saying he watched me waltz right into the old walls without him? Oh, come on, Fatebinder. Are you going to believe that? I called you over here. I'm telling you what happened. Don't let him weasel out of a proper sentence. Eager? The Horde member God, mouth, please! Rubs at the back of his neck, ill at ease. I mean, I'm just thinking on account of Dirge being a true criminal under Kairos' laws, he really isn't fit to lead this gang anymore. So somebody like me ought to be running things. That's not how the Scarlet Chorus works. You want to take over, you challenge him. You fight to the death. You see, Fatebinder, all he has is his scheming and lies. He knows he'll lose if he challenges me outright, so he thought he'd accuse me of a crime even the voices couldn't dismiss. Ooh, I'm gonna lie to him, hell yeah. Did you take anything? Penalty? Rathrot? Choose his punishment? Let you off the... off the hook if he licks my boots. Let him off the hook if he licks Barrick's boots! That's an awesome punishment. However, I want him to confess that he's lying or not. So, penalty, death by impalement. Huh. Oh, that's glorious. I can't wait to see the showing. Dirge flicks a vulgar hand gesture to his former subordinate. I'll make sure the whole gang's there to watch, up close and personal. No, wait, you can't! This hasn't turned out right at all. Fatebinder, please have mercy. It was all a misunderstanding, you see? That's how you do it. Leave them guessing. I'll wager the next one to seek out your justice might think twice about it. All the better for us. Oh, that's it? I should have made him lick Barrick's boots. I thought he was gonna... confess that he was being a little liar, trail on fire. Alright, we have Calamity Jin, Chaos Gnashing Nils, and Requiem. Who are you? Got a problem we can't settle. Another one? When we plotted against vile arson, we agreed we'd split the spoils 4 ways. But now that the rings, rugs, and booze bottles are laid bare before us, seems some folks feel entitled to more than their share. Who's this? A deranged pisser of a man and our old gang boss. He deserved everything he got and more. The Horde members all nod as Requiem explains. He stole full... Mouth! Mouth! We need to have a talk. We need to have a talk. Mouth, I need you to function in a way that you make the sounds for the words that are on the screen, please. He stole whole cartfuls of rings and polished stones after Azure crumbled. We dug the items up, hauled bags of them all over the place, but got none of the payoff. Plus, he used to beat Calamity Jin and Gnashing Nils for fun. Only those two? He didn't beat the rest of you? Well, he tried, once. The girl grins, boisterous and confident, in the way only a past triumph can provide. Requiem looked out for us. If he'd have laid off the rest of us, we might have let him live. Alright. Thieves, we didn't filch nothing, we killed him and took his property by right of Circle of Fifths. Lil Gnashing Nils is right. As our weakest, she's earned a right to these spoils, most of all for the abuse, vile arson heaped on her over the years. The strong lead and the weak serve. I mean, why is that? Vile arson broke the code of the strong lead, weak serve. He pushed Sweet Nils too far and found out he wasn't stronger than the rest of us no more. Alright, I'll hear your plea. Choir woman nods. I certainly am. I'd like to settle this and put it behind us. What about the rest of you? I am also interested in this Fatebinder's ruling. Let an outsider weigh in. Surely, then, you'd see the greater weight of my contributions. But if you agreed to split it 4 ways, split it 4 ways and be done with it. One of the more timid Horde members ducks her head, scratching through the back of her hair. Are you sure? I've heard bad things about inviting the court's judgment. Once a Fatebinder gets involved, their ruling is absolute, isn't it? She glances to Requiem and Chaos, reading their clues before she relents. Okay, I guess I'll go along with it. She's not a very Scarlet Chorus-y person. The last one shrugs. Doesn't matter to me. I already decided to give up my share. I just wanted the bastard dead. Alright, go ahead. Tell me. She cracks her neck, squares her back, eager to relay her part and be done with it. We all got tired of being cut on and watching him torture Nils, so when Requiem suggested the plan, I was eager to lure him into our trap. She glances around and speaks a little softer as she continues. Had to use my finest hooch. I brewed it in a bronze boot I found on the battlefield, but after a couple of hours I had him nice and relaxed, stripped him of his armor and distracted him after that. That's when I snuck out from under the straw bedding. She runs a hand over the bloody markings on her skin, long dried but worn out of pride. Arson never did anything, eat, sleep, or shit without a weapon, but we'd hobbled him enough that I was able to hack him to ribbons. Eventually he started crawling for the flap of the tent, where Requiem had stationed me. He crosses his arms over his chest, standing broad and tall. I slit Arson's throat to end it, dismembered his body, and spent the night scattering his bits between the fighting pit, 2 latrines, and a salivating beastman. It was bloody and long work, but it was damn worth it. The last gang member flushes and shyly turns her face away under your scrutinizing gaze. I just stood watch a few tents down. I'm sure someone heard the screams, but no one came running, so it worked out fine. You each seem satisfied with the outcome of events. Why are you fighting over the goods, then? The Horde member rubs her chin as if wondering herself. Finally, she offers a carefree grin. Guess it's just in our nature. If we don't take what we can when we can get it, how will we ever get ahead? Alright. Come on, Fatebinder. The weight's killing me. What's your call? Goods are to be split evenly 4 ways. That's what you agreed on. None of you are entitled. Half will go to Requiem. Just split it 4 ways. You said you were going to split it 4 ways, so split it 4 ways. She laughs, her face tinging a pleasant shade of pink under the splotches of her bloody war paint. After all that build-up, well, it ought to be fine, yeah? We didn't kill Arson for his damn rings. Even the Fatebinder thinks we should set it behind us so we can move on. All right. Oh, excuse me, not all right. He says, I suppose I've got no complaint. He shrugs, but when he sighs, it sounds filled with longing for the lost fortune. The weak can only ascend in strength as they reap the rewards of their labors. Okay. What else now? Let's go visit the Beastmen. Hello! Beastmen. I will take
Why are
this
you collecting this stuff
javelin.
again?
Grandma? I'm looking for Grandma and her legendary steak trail. I just want to see the stank hairs. Maybe catch a little whiff on my way by. If there's like a strong breeze. Alright, let's go southeast. Man, are we just gonna have to solve everybody's problems in this piece? Fatebinder! I need help! Fatebinder! Hey, Fatebinder! Fatebinder! Dalliance. I love the word dalliance. It's a good word. We need the bodies, you mewling pissers. Face red, veins popping in her neck, the Scarlet Fury screams at the horde clustered before her. She waves her arms wildly as she shouts, almost dance-like in her agility, a blade clutched in each hand. Unlike you cockered pig nuts, these conscripts can survive a battle. One of the horde members spits a blackish mix of herbs and phlegm at the Scarlet Fury's chest. Ew. So they say to save their necks, so romantic. He signed this. Man, I really need to watch Dr. Horrible again. It's been a very long time. Ew. Last time I watched it was when I lived in Wisconsin, which wasn't why I ewed. But it was with my ex. That's what the ew was for. God, he was a terrible human. I'm sure he still is. Anyway. But what's a good word of oathbreakers and cowards? Excuse me. Some of our best members were oathbreakers, or like people that we turned. Like, that woman who died when we took, Vendrian's well. I was mad that she died, though. Stupid game. Furious and nearly faster than the naked eye can follow, she slashes a return strike. A splotch of red blooms across the offending spitter's chest, a match to her fresh sputum stain. The crowd tenses like a coiled spring, ready to hurl themselves into a bloody fracas. What's going on here? Fatebinder. Yes, Fatebinder, good of you to come along. The Horde representative sneers and straightens himself taller, feeling self-important in the moment. You just saved this Fury's neck. I think she could have handled herself. I find that unlikely. Scarlet Furies don't surrender their necks to anyone without a fight. Your guts would have pooled around your feet before that happened. A damn slew of Oathbreakers came crawling to us less than a fortnight ago. We trussed the lot up like beastmen for roast. Why should we welcome liars and defectors to guard our backs? The Horde member spits again, but aims to the side this time, careful to avoid hitting Scarlet Fury. The Scarlet Fury. Come now, Fatebinder, you're a clever sort. Tell us your thoughts. We ought to throw them in the pit. Let the lone survivor join us. It's the way of the chorus, right, boss? The pit serves for merriment to weed out fen-sucked weaklings like you. The Fury snaps at the Horde member. Turning to you, she adds, in this case, it would be a waste of resources. These are part of the splinter that held off the disfavored at Vendrian's well for many months. We should interrogate them into my unit of Furies. Are you sure you want me to weigh in? You want me to come get Grandma Beastman? Man, me misreading that has just led to such merriment. The Scarlet Fury cocks a nod of agreement. I'll be sated to have the squabbling done with. But we can't win a war with only fish-necked slatterns and a sea of blood. We need skilled fighters to wield our blades. The Scarlet Chorus doesn't lack for meat to throw at the enemy, but is always in need of experience. If you ask me, those with training should go to the Scarlet Furies. Anything less would be a waste of talent. Well, and you know me, I'm not down with just, like, killing people for no reason. We might be made of tearsmen, but we're loyal to Kairos. The chorus ain't an open cattle call to any turncoat who's got a sharpened weapon and a decent pair of boots. He licks a sooty thumb in thought. Toss him in the pit, boss. I'll donate a share of the proceeds to you. Captives will go to the Scarlet Furies. Traditionally initiated, executed. Yeah, send them to the Furies. If they're experienced, like, they can only gain more experience. The Scarlet Fury salutes you brusquely, but with honor. I'll see them assigned to a suicide mission at once. If the henpeckers can survive that, then they'll be worthy to serve my furies. Okay. Oh, come on! You are so difficult. You know they've tried everything in their power to find death before conscription, and now you turn them over to Narad. What? What was the other option? My options were kill them, let them fight in the pits, which some of them will die anyway. This way they have a chance to live. I don't see why that was upsetting. It was the same, essentially the same chance I gave to you, to join up. Yeah, they're being sent on a suicide mission, but, like, what did you expect was gonna happen? Fight in the pits or...
Found something.
Anyway. I don't see why that was upsetting.
Hey,
I don't know what you're mad
down
about.
with all of my crap.
Getting reputation with her is so difficult. Oh, well, she's pretty loyal to me anyway. I just don't want to lose this, this skill. She's also super scared of me. She makes me feel bad. Which makes me feel bad. 7 toes. Ah, the voices is over there. Okay.
Sorry, I can't.
Sanguinari. That's a cool name. You know, because it's like blood, but it's still a name. Scraps of food and cloth litter the floor of the tent. Oh, a blood chancer, hello. What else is over here? Other than the piggy. Hi, piggy. We can rest. We don't really need rest. Grandma? No. Every time I see a beast man, I hope it's Grandma. Every time. Please be Grandma. Please be Grandma. Okay. So we've explored this whole area, so now it's just like talk to exsanguination or whatever the fuck they're sanguine Tony. Sanguinari.
Can't do that.
Cause yeah, I don't oh, we can come over here. Alright. Ooh, a helmet.
Why are you collecting this stuff again?
To sell? Hello?
Can't do that.
Like, so that we
Sorry,
can have
I can't.
rings?
Sorry,
and, like,
I can't.
Get better goods and also upgrade our spires and stuff. What about blood? This person's name is Sanguinari. And to exsanguinate is to drain of blood. I like that it's a name, but it still means like blood and stuff. Person's name is Blood. Is it? Is sanguinary an actual word? I thought it was just taking the first part and then like turning it into a name. You do have eyes, don't you? Ones that can see how busy I am? Yeah, but like your name's real cool and you're a named person and I wanted to talk to you.
Hi.
But alright, fine. Just sounds like, yes, of or relating to blood. I'm gonna look it up, because I am curious. Sanguine with an E, or sanguinous, is, those are words. I knew that. Sanguine is optimistic or positive, especially in an apparently bad or difficult situation. Wait, what? Or a blood red color for a noun. Okay. The adjective sanguine is optimistic or positive, especially in an apparently bad or difficult situation. Or the second definition is blood red. a blood red color. Weren't there books that, maybe it was called Red Leaf or something? Was it a book or a game? Where they were like chewing the leaf and their teeth were red? Sanguinary, involving or causing much bloodshed. Cool, but they spell it with an I because it's her name. That's cool. Sanguinary. Cool, very, very cool. I like that. What was I looking up? Oh, yeah. Red teeth. Is the genus name of blood rot. Interesting. Sanguinaria? That's neat. I swear this was in a book, and I can't remember what book. Bloodroot can't spell. It's okay. It's alright. I don't know enough about plants to know what was real and what wasn't. But yeah, that's cool. Pelox has been spiked through his rear, a degrading display meant to demoralize any surviving Vendrian guard that may catch word of his fate. Thick, dried lines of mucus run down his armor, a gift continually delivered by Horde soldiers with bitter memories of the Apex campaign. Sybil, once once defender of Echo Call Crossing, lies before you. It is difficult to tell where her fiery red hair ends and her injuries begin through the layers of blood. With all the wounds she sustained, a good number of them appear to have been made after her death. Oh. Aren't those people that I handed over?
Kitty.
Oh wait, I'm not ready to talk to you. I want to see what else is over here. Who are you? Just random horde. What's up with this hole in the wall? Who might you be?
Have a look here.
Oh, I'm stealing your shit, boy. Oh, hell yeah. Hello, Seven Toes. I think we've spoken to Seven Toes before. Man, even the Scarlet Chorus likes kitties. Hi, kitties. Do you have anything to say? Voices wants to speak with you. Alright. Yeah, I swear there was a book where, like, people were chewing on leaves and it stained their teeth red. I can't remember if it was like the Cushiel series or could have even been as old as me reading The Wheel of Time or something else. Sourleaf? That might have been it. It's been a while since I read the first book. I almost said Song of Ice and Fire, but then I dismissed it. Yeah, that could have definitely been it, Maduke. Thank you. It also might be in numerous different books. But I kind of... Maybe it was also in a game. Maybe there was also a game, like, maybe even, like, Pillars of Eternity. Shut up! Where no. You're probably right. That's probably just what it was that I'm just overthinking. The voices of Narad regards you with an unreadable expression. Fatebinder, what a pleasant surprise. We were observing this mound of insects and comparing it to the siege of Vendrian's Well. This particularly fat beetle under our thumb represents Graven Ash. Doesn't he squirm beautifully? As if proclaiming and resolving the same edict weren't impressive enough, you found the temerity to reject Graven Ash and support our right to conquer these lands. You deserve a just reward when this is over. Stop it! But it's too early to congratulate ourselves while there's plenty of war to still fight. What do you need to know? We're dizzy with answers. Want to ask about your power, tell me something about yourself, how do you manage the army, tell me of the course's tenets, history. History? And why wouldn't you be? Rest a spell and let our words wriggle among the chaos of your imagination. The great uninformed think of the Scarlet Chorus as one of Kairos' many armies. In fact, they are our personal force. Beginning in the earliest days of our power, we cobbled together a rabble of miscreants from freshly conquered territories. The Scarlet Chorus has always been dredged from the bottom feeders. Then there are camp followers who skulk in our long shadow. As Kairos forged the rest of the great empire, we were used to subdue any lingering resistance. Those who opposed Kairos' peace joined our howling disharmony and lived or died in Kairos' war. A fitting fate, is it not? By the time Kairos set a magnanimous eye on the tiers, it was all but assumed that the Scarlet Chorus would lead the vanguard. Though they answer to us, we are happy to loan their services to the overlord's pleasure. Anything else? Not improbable for it to show up a lot of fiction. That stuff exists in the real life, too. Betel leaves are one. Yeah, when I googled it, that's what came up. And I was like, that's not going to answer my question, but that's cool. Drake! Hi. How you doing? Tenant the First. Whatever you can claim through sheer force of will is yours for the taking. Those who think us chaotic should spend some time away from the farm and learn what it means to survive. That also means you can kill who you want. Kairos' peace extends to servants of the Empire, but these tiersmen haven't enjoyed the pleasure of our laws yet. Until they do, you can treat them like sport. Not even starchy old Tunon will get offended. Things get boring real fast when the war is over. Or they will. How be you? I'm fine. Just, talking about Grandma Beastman's stank trail, and talking to people in the game. What else did we do today? I don't know, just being. Just being. Thanks, hype friend. Just being is good. Yeah. I'm trying to breathe from the diaphragm. Any other rules, if you must call them that, fall under the umbrella of basic philosophy. Take what you want, but keep what you take. How do you manage the army? They manage themselves, of course. Men and women of grit rise in the ranks to become gang bosses. When they take too many wounds or their swords grow too heavy, another boss claims their rightful place. In all our years, we've never granted a promotion. Conscripts and slaves are free to elevate their rank or make up ranks as they go. The only condition is that they have the strength to defend the spot they carve out for themselves. Tell me about yourself. Breaking from your right pinky toe? What? You're breaking? Why, we're honored you would ask. Breathing, okay. We always thought that knives were the friendliest weapons, so eager to meet new people. You really have to appreciate these things. But we suspect this isn't what you wanted to know. A puff of green mist swirls from behind his mask, taking the form of a smile before dispersing. I forget what I asked. We are the Archon of Secrets, but call us whatever you want. Stories are our real trade. Take it from us. Everyone has a story, and all are welcome in our Hall of Wonders. He taps the side of his head. You'll have to excuse us if we ever seem not ourselves. Sometimes our stories bubble over the sides of the pot and spill through our mouth. Not to worry, it happens to us all. Curious about your history? By all means, then. Would you pry secrets from our green flame, or luxuriate in the calming wind of our brilliance? Well, you cannot! Every secret is as precious to us as 1,000 lies, and we will consign you to the interrogators if we find you stealing even a recipe for hardtack. Are you insane? Is that why you can't answer a simple question? I don't wish to steal your secrets, Archon, only to learn from your brilliance. I really just want to know more about him because I think he's really interesting. The Voices of Nerat regards you with an unreadable expression. Have at us, then. You may question us to your heart's content. Show no mercy. Tell me of your rise to power. In our youth, we were the youngest scion of House Nerat. These would be the early years of Kairos' reign, if numbers make any difference to your fragile matter. The Northern Empire wasn't the bastion of order and peace as we know it today. Our gracious overlord contended with the sedition and lawlessness from his subjects, from his enemies, and even from the noble house of Nerat. Whispers spread as whispers do. House Nerat never lacked in petty neighbors and bitter rivals. You must remember that these were delicate years of the overlord. An accusation of treason was as damning as treason itself. Ganon, I don't know. Something had to be done before we fell under the shadow of our family's guilt. How did you escape the shadow of guilt? We did what came naturally, of course. We took initiative. Before any accusations could fly, we had our family driven to the city square and pilloried among the masses of Kairos' unfaithful. Before the shocked eyes of the community, we interrogated them one by one, flaying their skins with tanner's knives and putting their loyalties to the test. Father, mother, sisters, aunts, all of them questioned, all of them found guilty. Were they guilty? We don't remember. We remember choosing to survive, and we remember the sound of skin peeling away from muscle. The rest was formality. It was all a demonstration for the Overlord. This one can be trusted. A message that was gratefully received. Our devotion to Kairos was the terror and pride of the community. The son of Nerat had grown to something greater than our family name. In time, the Archon of Misery heard tell of our deeds and invited us into a better life. I wouldn't say either of these things. I would just be like, let me ask you about something else. I don't think I could have done it, honestly, though. He probably will dislike this answer. Yeah. Gained wrath. To our eternal delight, the disapproval of a gnat like yourself will never matter. When you are ashes upon the breeze, we will be playing an instrument of jubilation as we dance the length of the old walls. You say Archon of Misery offered a better life? He took it upon himself to be our instructor. He taught us the beauty of agony, how to slide the knife just so, how to divide flesh with no mortal wound, and how to inflict waking nightmares upon our foes. No more of our clumsy, blood-soaked efforts for spectacle. True torture is a sensory performance, staged for an audience of one. He made us an artist. We were proficient at our work. Our names spread beyond the boundaries of the child empire as we whispered it in private or shrieked it in fear. whole galleries were erected to display our accomplishments, which were studied and interpreted by head-scratching scholars. Our talent with the blade, rope, and saw, grew so renowned that Kairos' faithful and unfaithful alike believed we could steal truths from their minds with little more than a stare. And in time, life imitated art. Such is the beauty of Kairos' domain, that the remarkable reign over the mediocre, and their talents are recognized, nourished, and perfected. Green flames. We are greater than your confines. No stable form can house our magnificence. The flames about his neck flare out to form a regal collar. No mind could house our intellect. No body could entrap our skill. We are all-consuming fire, unfixed and resplendent. Oh, you're art, honey. You're very much art. I mean, I do think he looks really cool. Yes, and you are a receptive audience. You understand us more than many have tried or ever will. And you speak in the plural because you have, like, a bunch of other people in your head, other people's memories and stuff. That much should be obvious. We are multitudes, an army unto ourselves, a council of shadows babbling to be heard. There was one, now there are many. We are legion, a stream of consciousness given shape, will, and intention. We are the voices of Nerot. Back to my previous questions. I want to ask about your power. You're a remarkable people. That's what I would say. We must concede to your flattery, but we can't boast anything as incredible as power, can we? The green smoke behind his mask forms a crude smile. They say you're an interrogator without equal. What's your secret? I worry that he'll get mad at me for asking, but we are full of secrets, and we can't be expected to share them with the adoring masses. We're certain that you have a few of your own, and we wouldn't want them brought to light. His empty green eye sockets stare with intensity. But we do love a flatterer, don't we? A kind word here and there is enough to melt the coldest heart, of which we have several. I'm ready to learn anything you'll teach me. Teach you? Impudent, ambitious little morsel! Our lessons come at a steep price. He chuckles, sending a gust of putrid green smoke across the gap between you. You will come to learn of us in time. Observe the workings of cacophony. Observe our grand design. One day our talents will be laid bare before you. What happens after you interrogate someone? It is a transcendent experience. The subject and I, we grow to trust, depend upon, and even love each other. We have long since learned that pain and the intensity of our conversation make strange bedfellows. Applied together, anything can happen. You never know. One day you might experience it yourself. Have you ever tried to absorb another Archon? I need water. Make sure you guys are watering yourselves. Especially you, Beam, Mr. Energy Drinks and no food. It amuses us to no end that you would bring that up. A brave question full of meaning, of questions of challenge. The Archon makes a determined fist and stares into you. We have had occasion to execute an Archon or two when Bled and Mark was unavailable. This was all within the limits of the law, you understand. Someone gets an inflated sense of self-importance and decides to start their own small empire. And we step forward to volunteer our services. The experience was always less fulfilling than we had hoped. Their personality succumbs to us, but none of their power. A waste of potential, we call it. Is your knowledge limitless? What a question. We know many things beyond the purview of disgusting farmers and merchants you'll find outside of our vaunted stronghold. Much more than any of them could learn in 100 lifetimes. When you know as much as we do, this much will seem obvious. He leans uncomfortably closer to whisper. Nothing is limitless, child. Okay, I'm almost done talking. I need a break. Whew! Go on, then. You do well not to bore us. Alright, strategy. Of course, you have questions. We'd be disappointed if you didn't have any. Our first priority is to humiliate that piss-bucket Graven Ash, but we'll have a better chance of it once every corner of the tiers is wearing red. Do you see our design, Fatebinder? Does our madness complement our method? We will invite every man, woman, or child who draws breath and occupies this fingernail of the peninsula to join the Scarlet Chorus. Say nothing. Conquest is a delicate matter. It needs feeding, watering, soft caresses, a lullaby before bed. We will invite the leaders of the resistance to join us. If we have their leaders, the people will follow. You will bring them to us, yes? Chiefs and the assets of chiefdom. As for how you factor into the plans, that part is up to you. We have many ingots in the fire. It's more of a question of what piques your interest. The Bladegrave is a beautiful pocket of disorder. An edict shreds the land to ribbons, and soldiers by the hundreds are led to the furnace of war. Angry sons of old stalwart, dubbing themselves unbroken, clash spears with the disfavored. We can use the edict in the conflict to our benefit. They keep the disfavored occupied, and the tiers within our grasp. While these idiot juggernauts bash each other into ruin, we can extract what we need. The daughter of Graven Ash has been a prisoner to these stalwart wretches. Secure her for us and fetch her to Cacophony straight away. Inviting Ash's progeny into the fold is an advantage we cannot ignore. Seek out also Jagged Remedy in Trapper's Junction. He has cornered a beleaguered unit of Unbroken. Help him recruit their leader, Matthias, into the fold, that he might help us reach the jewel of the realm, the great keep of Sentinel Stand. A document of great power, the Silent Archive, rests in the Burning Library. The archive is said to hold many secrets, any of which we can twist to our advantage. One of our gang bosses, the Censor, seeks the entrance to this queenly treasure. Aid her in the search and dispatch her back to us with any findings. Report back to us when you're finished. Our intelligence may be of use to you. Okay. So, I don't necessarily want to help the voices of Nerat. Because Nerat fighting the disfavored is an offense to Kairos' peace, and Kairos is much more powerful. But I do want to get involved in the stuff that he just mentioned, but it might not turn out the way that he wants. I'm gonna say, what can you tell me about the Bladegrave? Oh god. But like, I need a break, man. My breath is not coming easily to me today. I'm getting a little lightheaded, and it's almost time for me to take a break to stretch and get water anyway. So Regent of Stalwart, warlike and fierce. Regent Bloodline ruled their torrid and often inbred lines of succession. Of course, the Edict of Storms has thrown all that to disorder.
Thank you for watering me.
Yeah. This has been a lot of reading today. Just like, basically I non-stop talking for 2 hours. So like, I want to know all about this.
Oh, I love it.
Bubblegum Tracer. Welcome to the court of the hype. We're doing a dance. We're doing a dance to welcome you, welcome you, welcome you, welcome you. Boodly boop 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 boop. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. And welcome to the court of the hype. I'm just gonna ask about his daughter. Severe and uncompromising idiot is her father. Liken her to a tower shield, with a voice like a ram's horn warped out of tune. Met the girl but once, and we nearly came to blows. Who rules the area? Maybe the Unbroken? Ah. How are you doing today? About the Edict of Storms. It's both trapped and imprisoned. Still. Only by piercing the unforgiving fabric of that storm could anyone reach its heart and drive a blade through its core. The death of Stalwart's ruling family will end the storm. Maybe I'll end that edict, too. Pretty good, have the day off. How are you? Doing alright. Doing alright. Have you played this game before? And, hope you enjoy your day off. Tell me about the burning library. Repository books engulfed in flame. Pages refuse to burn. Greatest treasure of all. I normally read all this out loud, but I'm giving myself a little bit of a break by just kind of reading the important bits out loud. Silent archive, an intelligent living text. It's safeguarded in the lowest depths of the library, locked away from undeserving eyes. Who's the censor? Go speak with our lackey. Alright, fine. Addendum. Only seen Let's Plays. Yeah, if you like real-time strategy, or like, you know, it's not turn-based, but you can pause it. If you like strategy games with really deep story and lore and stuff like that, you know, I'm a big fan of isometric RPGs. Give me all the divinities, all of the pillars, all that stuff. Okay. So we're uncovering stuff. Speak to Seven Toes about where you'll go next. Okay.
Will do.
Hail, Fatebinder. The voices of Nerat ordered me to answer any of your pestering questions, so I guess that's what I'm here to do. Not what I'd call lieutenant's work, but I'm not here to question the voices. You're clearly going places in the world, Seven. You should take pride in that. First looks the lieutenant up and down with an approving nod. She bows. It feels like a century since we ran together in Old Azure. You had more hair, and I had all 10 toes. And better balance to boot. I always saw myself as more of a gang boss, but in the end I carved out this cozy little niche for myself. By the time this war is done, we'll be unrecognizable, either lining a mass grave or leading forces from the rear. Isn't that right, big boy? She glances up at Barrick and jabs his breastplate. It is true that I no longer resemble myself, but under this armor I'm still every bit the northerner who Ash recruited. Some things will never change. So, what do you need from me? I want to ask all these questions! How do you know each other? She was my gang boss back when we were called the Spitted Darlings. Verse had just come off her other gang, the Bonnie Wastrels. All of them mauled or eaten by beasts in Azure. Of course, you're right. Those weren't easy days, but damned if we didn't walk away with our lives and a few stories to our name. Alright, what about my first task? Go ahead. Can't have you doing the voice's bidding uninformed. He's not what you'd call a perfectionist, at least by our understanding of the word, but he likes to have his orders understood. What you can tell me about the burning library, Vellum Citadel, made the treasure unreachable, still find reasons to fight for that flaming hole in the ground. Tell me about the silent archive. Hey, what do I know? Considering the place is a library, I guess we're talking about a book or many books? Go find a sage and beat it out of them. What's this about the edict? We kind of know this information already. This is like the kind of thing that would take me months to finish. Yeah, I love lore and stuff. I want to talk to everyone, look in every corner, click on every dialogue option. I'm clicking on fewer dialogue options because I'm trying to spread them out for the sake of my voice for streaming purposes. But like if I were playing this on my own, I would just sit here and like talk to everyone for hours and hours. Roguelikes because your schedule's so busy. I like roguelikes too. What are some of your favorite roguelikes? I'm trying to think of some of mine. I'd have to look at my games list. I think I've played some on stream. I just can't think of any right now because my brain is like, no! Just stands there in flame. Who's the censor? She takes the duty of controlling information, as if the Archon couldn't do it himself. My guess she wants to be the next Archon of Secrets, so she's positioning herself as the middle woman between the voices and any words of wisdom he considers valuable. We'll see how long that lasts. Alright, let me ask you something else. I suppose I'm here for a convenience. Go on, then. What can you tell me about the Blade Grave? Edict of Storms tore it up something good, made it all but unrecognizable from the old stalwart. That hasn't stopped fanatics like the Unbroken from rallying as if their country still existed. Last I heard, they've had Gravenash's daughter in chains since the last year of conquest. Yikes, for her. I don't know how Stalwart treats its prisoners, but the disfavored are known for taking a beating. There's no telling what she's endured. Who rules the area? Nominal control, act like I never lost the war. Right. Unless you want to be queen of a tornado. Sounds pretty neat. I can think of worse prospects. Alright, tell me about Hedzueta, his daughter. Stubborn. Right, he said that to us already. I'm curious about your thoughts on the edict. Only good thing about the edict is you can see it from plenty far away. A massive tornado built of Kairos' frustrations swirls about Sentinel Strand, the seat of power in Old Stalwart. They say it'll only exhaust itself when the last of the Stalwart's ruling family is dead. Can't say if that's true or not, but it makes for a good story, eh? If that's true, that means one or more of the regents was too cowardly to go down with the ship. I wonder if they even realize what their continued existence is causing. Risk of rain, enter the gungeon, slay the spire, dead cells. That was meant to be a list. Yeah, you can't hit, like, shift-enter, even if you put it on different lines. Twitch chat just does not function that way, unfortunately. Sucks there isn't much voice acting, makes a tough streaming game. Yeah, you have to voice everything yourself, and then I'm reading what you guys are saying in chat, and then I'm verbally responding to it. It's a lot of just me talking forever and ever and ever. Hi, darling. How you doing, Fiona? What is up, my love? I don't think I have any honey tea. I had some Prince of Wales this morning. Normally what I'll do is just like do a bunch of dialogue and then try to just kind of explore areas and stuff. But I want this information before I head out. Yeah, it's good to see you. I'm about to go on a break. I know I keep saying that. Let me think about this. I wonder if I have to choose, like, verbally to them or if I can just go. Okay, so I have to pick. Part of me wants to go back to Lethian's Crossing. I want to see... I wish I could see the... Here we go. Burning Library. Okay. Broken Plains Wilderness. Oh wait, I can go back here? Why would I go back here? Oh, that's... Okay, so it's not Iron Hall Trail. The Bronze Brotherhood came over here. So I could try to solve this side quest, which I might do. Unfortunately, these spires have not been opened up. Because that was kind of like my next thing. I kind of want to come here. And then Iron Hearth is the disfavored. Bladegrave's northern border. I don't think I can get here yet. Like, I have to figure out how to break the Edict of Storms. And it's probably going to be I have to kill that one person. Whoever the ruling family member hanging out, bliggity bliggity blah. So let me take a look at my journal and I'll see what I want to do. I think I'm going to do this because it has nothing to do with the main stuff. And you know me. I'm going to do side quests first. This is also a side quest, but there are no other spires available, so I have to pick whether to go try and I think I want to free his daughter, but I have to be very careful with that because Barrick is going to want me to turn her over to Graven Ash, and I think I want to do that as well. Because I'm not trying to do... So maybe I should do the library first then. Yeah, I'm going to do the library first. Glad to see you're still alive. Cacophony needs good, determined blood like yours. Aw, thanks. Questions about my first task? Bladegrave... So this is about the Edict of Storms. I'm going to go to the Burning Library. Looks like I'm bound for the Burning Library. Yes. I don't envy you the task. No matter what you find there, good hunting. Thanks. The Silence of Secrets.
At the sound of secrets.
Alright, I'm gonna take a brief break.
Right.
Before we travel.
Sorry, I can't.
Because I need to give my voice a very little rest, go to the bathroom, do some stretching, get water. I'll be gone about 2 or 3 minutes. You know what? I'll spoil myself and take a 3-minute break. How about that? How about that? So yeah, I'll just play you guys some music, and I'll be back within about 3 minutes. I just want to get up and stretch and stop talking for a little minute. Dree, when is West again? I'm contemplating West. And I keep forgetting when it is. It would take 3 days to get to here, 1 day to get to here. Yeah. Side quest first. Anyway. I'm gonna go on my break. I will be right back in about 3 minutes. Enjoy the music. And when I return, we'll see if we can't get into some fighting.